Okay, it's 10:30, so let's get started, and good to see you, those that are here and those that are watching on TV. So welcome. I tell you, COVID activity is really lightening up everywhere. Nationwide, it's just so much better. Things are looking good. This last 7 days in Shelby County, we've averaged 59 new cases a day, which is about as low as it's been in a long time. In Shelby County, the 14-day positivity rate is now below 5% again. It's at 4.8%, the same as last week, and down from about 5.3 for several weeks before that. So that's a really good indicator, and we hope that stays very low. Here at the Village, just a few things I want to tell you. We still, we're testing staff and contractors still, and in the last week, we did not have any new positives again. This week, we tested yesterday, and we haven't gotten the results yet, but we're very optimistic about that. A change in our procedures for testing here, we follow, for independent living, we're going to follow the recommendations of the CDC, and in healthcare, in the skilled nursing areas, assisted living, and memory care, we'll follow CMS regulations, Center for Medicare Services, because that's what governs us over there. And their requirements are different when you get below the 5% threshold countywide. And I just mentioned it's 4.8%. So we are going to be following their requirements and CDC guidelines. So beginning this week, if an employee is fully vaccinated or a contractor, we're not going to be testing them as long as they're fully vaccinated, the same as you guys are. If one is not fully vaccinated right now, they have to test monthly. And if the positivity rate goes back up above 5%, that will go back to weekly. Now, likewise, if anything were to come up at the Village that makes us think that's not a safe degree of testing, we can always adjust it ourselves here, and we will do that. But for now, that's what we're going to do. Now, staff who are fully vaccinated, you'll notice I didn't wear a mask in today. And we're going to follow in independent living the CDC guidelines that say if we are fully vaccinated, we don't have to wear a mask around the Village, unless we feel that we're not feeling well or something of that sort. If employees are not fully vaccinated, they still have to wear a mask. Now, we have come up, you probably can't see this, but on my name badge, there's a cute little syringe right here. Someone, I had to tell them it was a syringe. They couldn't tell by looking, but that's what it is. And it's got a needle sticking out in the whole bit. And if someone is fully vaccinated, they will be wearing a name tag with this syringe on it. And if they have that on, when I or others see them out, we'll know that they are allowed to not have the mask on. So that'll be a big improvement for our staff, good working conditions, and we believe it's safe, as recommended by the CDC. We are still getting more staff to be vaccinated. I think this will probably go a long way to bringing in a few others as well. So I'm looking forward to the benefits of that. Any employee that goes into the healthcare areas still has to wear a mask. So even me, if I go over there, I have to put my mask on as I go in. So if you happen to be in the healthcare areas, you'll see the masks on. As always, if you feel like you have any symptoms or don't feel well, let us know and we'll help you get tested if that's what is indicated. On activities, next week, a week from yesterday, Tuesday the 8th, is a very big day for us. We will have our first birthday party in a long time. It's been about 15 or 16 months since the last one, and we will be having that next week. It will be here in the auditorium. It will be similar to what we've done before, and I think we'll all have a good time and enjoy doing that. One thing I'd like to ask of everyone is, let's not come in and reserve tables. It's not really fair to all of our residents if somebody just happens to come in first and put out 3 reserved signs on tables. So if there is a reason that one needs to be reserved for whatever reason, get with Mark or Kaylee, and if they're not the one that puts the sign out, we'll take them up. So please cooperate with us on that, and I think it'll be for the good of everyone. Now, on the birthdays, if it's your month for your birthday, we will make sure you get a seat. The birthday folks, at a minimum, will be guaranteed a seat in here, and we'll take care of y'all. But like we've been doing with parties, the Monarch will be open as well as the auditorium. We're getting such good attendance at these, with everybody being so glad to get out, that sometimes they don't all fit in here. And that's actually worked pretty well, because a lot of people tell me, I like the quieter area a little bit. We want to come and talk with our neighbors and friends, and therefore we'd actually rather be in there. So that works out pretty well. If you're one of those that don't want a lot of noise and you don't really care about the music that we have and all of that going on, head to the Monarch. It's got a good crowd in there, and it's still very fun. Yesterday was the first day for Tim, the produce man. He will be coming every Tuesday. I believe it's 8 o'clock that he'll be getting here. And yesterday was his first day out this summer, and we were his first stop. So we were very honored that he thought of us first. And as the season progresses, he'll be having a lot more things than he did yesterday. So he's always very popular with everyone and a good place to get your produce. Parking, work on the parking lot on the north end of the property started again yesterday. I've been telling you we'd probably have about 30 days of some corrective work that the contractor and the subs are doing. And I don't think that will inconvenience any of you. Just be aware that it's out there, and you'll see some of that going on. As you know, for a while we've had an opening in our security manager position, and we have now filled that. His name is Alan Jones. He won't be starting with us until July 1 full-time, but he will be here off and on this month as his schedule lets him come in and sort of get started. We're very excited about Alan because not only will he head up security, but he will be very involved in life safety activities around the village. He will be responsible for life safety activities here in independent living, but also in healthcare areas. And he'll be the one doing the drills and making sure we meet all the regulatory codes and things like that. Alan is going to, I believe, get us to a level in that particular area of life safety that we've never been. And the reason is that he, just because of his background, he is retiring from the Germantown Fire Department. And he was getting ready to retire, and then this opportunity came along, and he said, I want to do that. So he's going to be joining us. But he's been with them about 40 years, and he's been a battalion chief most recently, which is quite a bit of responsibility in a fire department. And he's also got several years, I think 14 years, experience with the Memphis Police Department. He is a full paramedic, and he knows regulatory codes and life safety procedures, and I think he will be very well suited to bring us along here. This is the week of the month that we announce our Employee of the Month, and this month it is Brigida Saradine. So come up, Brigida. You were wondering why Zena brought you in here, weren't you? Yeah. Well, you all see Brigida around a lot. Brigida runs our laundry department and does an outstanding job. And I want to read a few comments. I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, if that's okay. I want to read a few comments that Brigida's supervisors wrote about her. Brigida has a very strong work ethic, is honest, and an extremely positive attitude. There is nothing like coming in the laundry and seeing Brigida always smiling and the area looking picture perfect, and it does. She is proactive and works hard without making a fuss. She comes up with ways to work faster and easier, and she has an excellent attendance record and never, and they put never in all caps, misses a day or comes in late, and she's a joy to have on the team. And I have one thing to add to that. Brigida mentions her attitude, and you do have a wonderful attitude, and we appreciate that. And it showed up most recently when, as you know, we have some staffing issues, as just about every company in Memphis does right now, and even nationwide. We're hoping it'll get better, but it is hard to find people. And we've had some staffing shortages in housekeeping, and Brigida cheerfully filled in on time at certain times and cleaned apartments and homes and just did a great job. And she did such a good job with it that some of you residents have said that you want her all the time now, but you ain't going to get her because she has a full-time job in the laundry, and while we appreciate you filling in, you're needed in the laundry, and we're going to keep you there to the extent we can. But thank you so much, Brigida. Do you want to make a speech? Okay. Thank you, and thanks for coming. I tell you, I spent, don't leave just yet, I want you to hear this. I spent 19 years in the upscale hotel industry in my previous career, and in a hotel, especially the larger ones, and this is sort of like a hotel. We do a lot of things they do. The laundry is always one of the hardest areas to staff and get done well. And it's hard work, sometimes it's heavy, it's hot, and it's extremely important. And I have never seen it work as well and easily as it does here. Thank you, Brigida. You can leave now if you want to. Let me mention birthdays for this week. This is an interesting month. It's sort of light on birthdays, and this week is almost half of them for the month. And next week, I don't believe we have any. So I've never seen it quite like that. I don't know how that worked out, but yesterday was Bob Green. Today is Mary Goodwin, who she's a new resident, and she's celebrating her first birthday here at the village. She's older than one, but this is her first birthday here. And Dr. Christine Tide, happy birthday. Tomorrow, Charlotte Levitch and Carol Nordvet, who is in assisted living at this time. And then on Sunday, Bill Davis and Erwin Westmoreland. So if you see them, wish them a happy birthday. And that's about all I have for today. I'm considering whether, these meetings are getting shorter and shorter as there's less changing at the village and all. And I may go to twice a month or something. I don't want to make you feel that you get dressed up and come out for nothing. So I'm considering that, but we'll continue these talks to some degree and keep the information coming to you in various ways. Are there any questions today? Yes, ma'am, Ms. Geller. There were two questions. One is, if an employee is fully vaccinated, is it correct that they don't have to wear a mask anymore? That is correct. And part B of that, does that mean that if an employee has a mask, they're not vaccinated? Probably, but not guaranteed, because just like we've seen some residents that even though you don't have to wear a mask being vaccinated, some still do. And I've noticed a few employees that say, I'm fully vaccinated, but I still want to. And they're free to do that. So the one thing that would be certain is this name badge, because if they're fully vaccinated, they will get the badge with the cute little syringe on it. But yes. Ms. Norton.
Yes. Do you have any idea of when we'll be able to?
Ms. Norton asked if we know when we will be able to allow friends and families to come have dinner here with us in the Monarch or the cafe. That is the number one question I'm getting these days. And therefore, you didn't catch me by surprise. I'm hoping it won't be too long, but honestly, right now, the reason, it's not out of concern that we're not doing it. The reason is capacity. Sometimes it would be just fine, and other times the cafe or Monarch is very full, and we don't really know what nights it will be and won't be. We are still under a little bit of a seating reduction by the county mandates, and we can't have full capacity in there yet. So many people want to bring family and friends in that as soon as we open it up, I'm afraid that we're going to have 3 times the number of people we can fit in there, and we'll have residents that can't have a meal that evening. So that's why I'm dragging my feet on that. As soon as we can add more tables, we'll be ready to do it. If we find a good way to figure it out in the meantime, we'll do that too. One thing I have mentioned on a few occasions, if someone wants to have a meal with a number of visitors, we have the private dining room, and you can reserve that, and you can either have a set menu for your guests or they could order off the menu. So we can do that if it's available, and I'm really hoping it won't be much longer because I know that everybody wants it badly, and that's the only reason I'm hesitating right now. Mr. Olinger.
We did not get a food menu this week. Is that what we're faced with now?
Mr. Olinger mentioned that there was not a food menu out this week, and that is part of the changes that Maria talked about at the resident council meeting last week. We are no longer delivering meals without a surcharge. We've gone back like we always were, and we were finding that the people that were still ordering meals weren't those that had trouble getting out to get the food. It was the people that just were doing it for convenience, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But it really didn't give the need to provide that service like we had to for so long when that's the only way people could eat. So we have gone back to you can still get food delivered, but there will be a surcharge. You can come and pick it up in the cafe or Monarch to go, and there's not a surcharge. And I guess I still hadn't really answered your question, though, about the menu. The menu should be on CareMerge, and it will be posted. I did notice it's not posted out in the day, I think, was posted in the hallway. The 6-day menu is not posted out, but we took the tables down where the meals would be ordered since we're not having that, and the menus sort of went with them. If there's another way y'all would like to get those menus or something, let Maria or me know. I mean, we can have something there, but they are on CareMerge. It's not? I hear a yes it is and a not today.
Well, I tried it earlier.
Okay. It should be, and the days that I've looked it was, so, okay, good, thank you. Yes, Ms. Frazier. I would be so hurt if you didn't have a question.
The new security man.
Will the new security man be taking Hollis's place? No, he will be taking Curtis's place, who left a few weeks ago. He'll be in that role. Hollis will continue in the role he's in. Hollis has been, I guess you'd call it, acting manager while we were doing the search, and was in charge of that department, but he'll be staying in the role he was in previously. Good questions. Any others? I like the ones I can answer. Going once, going twice? Did y'all come to the talk last night with Becky Denstall? Did you get samples? Okay. I really wanted to come. I used to work with her in the hotel business years ago, and she was I was with Peabody Hotel Group. She was with Ridgeway Inn for a while, and then was with Peabody for a while, and then as director of sales, and she came back to Ridgeway Inn as its general manager, and a very fine person, and I really like her a lot. And she's never given me free samples, but I'll keep working on it. Maybe I like her more than she likes me, but but good. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. So. You know, I've checked with Mark this morning, and he didn't mention that. So I don't. You're right. Maybe his wife got some last night or something, but I didn't see any sitting around. But thanks for letting me know that. I'll check with him. Thanks for coming. Y'all have a great day and a good week.